Welcome to Saturday's Warrior and happy Kevin Young anniversary day. That's right, it has been exactly 1 year to the day that Kevin Young was hired as the head coach of BYU's men's basketball team. And he has met and exceeded every expectation that we had when the news was announced. And in fact, the only bad thing I can think of is of the entire tenure is that he had to shave his beard when he came to BYU. So, in solidarity with him, I am growing out my pathetic mustache right now. No, truth is, I just didn't shave over conference weekend, decided to keep it rolling, much to the chagrin of my wife. The only good news for her is that she can't really see it. So, anyway, yeah, Kevin Young has has met a lot of milestones already in his first year and put together quite an impressive resume in terms of recruiting. Obviously, AJ DeBonsa, but even this last year, the types of recruits he brought in, Yegor Demon, who's now most likely a lottery pick in the NBA draft, and helping Richie Saunders grow into the superstar. We already knew he was, a really great player. He was already a fan favorite, and now he grew into a very, very good player, and hopefully he comes back. But Kevin Young had just from his coaching staff to the way they operate, and we were all really excited when the news was announced. But now it's no longer hypothetical, right? That's what Kevin Young's always saying. He's like, with me, it's not hypothetical. When he's talking to recruits, telling them to come to BYU, saying he's been there, he's been in the NBA. But now it's not hypothetical in the college realm either. He's shown what he can do, and he's shown his ability to recruit and to put the team together. And yeah, it took him a little while to gel. There was a lot of new pieces, a lot of talent, and figuring out how to put them all together. But he also showed that he's flexible and he's willing to change perhaps some of his ideology or some of his approach to best suit the team, as he did throughout this last season until he really figured out what kinds of lineups worked best with his guys. And from game to game, he would make adjustments based on the opponent, based on how guys were playing. And that really goes to show that he's going to do what it takes to put the guys in the best position to win. And he's also shown that he is going to play the guys that need to be played. No shade towards Cannon Catchings, but obviously he was going through some things, and we don't know what all was going on behind the scenes, but he lost playing time. He was on a short leash, just because he was this projected first-round pick in the NBA draft. He was this big-time recruit that we were really excited that we had him, and I'm bummed it didn't work out, and I wish him the best, but he gave us some great moments, but he was this big time recruit that came in, and Kevin Young didn't feel like he had to cater to Cannon, but rather he did what was best for the team. And then ultimately getting BYU to the 4 seed in the Big 12 conference, they're tied for third, and then the Sweet 16, which we all remember, which was a huge accomplishment, especially in his first year and putting this team together. And now he is going into his second season, bringing in the number one, now technically number one recruit, but a generational type player coming into BYU. And he's continuing to recruit guys like Rob Wright and other dudes that are going to come in and contribute to this team, such that the ceiling now is very high. BYU's already being talked about top 10, maybe even top 5 in these way too early preseason polls, and talked about as a potential contender for the national championship. Now, that's pretty big for a program that has yet to make it to the Final Four. And so to be talked about in those circles, obviously nothing is given, but he's shown that he certainly has the capabilities to coach this team, to bring in the right guys, and to coach them up to their potential. And now KY's name is being brought up as a potential candidate for NBA head coaching jobs again, like the Phoenix Suns. But I just don't see it happening. Now, when Mark Pope first left, and we were all filled with despair, and there was a long list of LDS guys that could potentially be targets for BYU. KY was on there, but he was kind of buried at the list. Like, yeah, it's not happening. He's in the running to, he's the highest paid assistant in the NBA. He's in the running for NBA head coaching jobs. It's not likely. So when we got him, that was huge, and he did it because he wanted to spend more time with his family, with his kids. It was the right time. It was the right place to be. I just cannot see him after 1 year at BYU for all those reasons coming and starting to build this and then to leave as AJ DeBonce is coming in, as he has a chance to take a team to potentially to the national championship. He's going to have that kind of team playing for him, and he's brought in his assistants. He has everything he wants right now, and he's doing something different. Now, I just can't see him pivoting that quickly and saying, hey, I'm going, this was fun for a year. Now I'm going back to the NBA. I just don't see it. Now, do I think that he's a lifer here at BYU? No, probably not. Probably, I don't even know if I can see him staying throughout his entire contract. But I at least see him being here for a few years. I think maybe at least 5 seems like the right number that he would be here. And if after that point he decides to leave and go back to the NBA and pursue his career there as his kids have aged up a little bit, so be it. Like, we won't be mad. We understand. Like, that's ultimately where I think he's going to go. But for right now, I think he's completely invested in BYU and what he's building. And I am, for one, am here for it. It has been a blast. It's crazy that it's the off season. There's been football training camps, spring camp, the portal's open, but everyone's still just sitting here thinking about basketball. And that goes to show what Kevin Young has done, what he's built, and what he's continuing to build. And it's really, really exciting. So really wanted to take this chance here on his 1 year anniversary and really celebrate that. And, while it was disappointing to lose this year, as everyone really felt like, yeah, the Jimmer years, it was rough because you felt like that was the culmination. That was a great moment and it had come and gone. Whereas right now it feels like, yeah, we love this team. There's guys we're going to miss, but this feels like the beginning of something that he's building. It's only going to keep progressing from here. So it's really exciting times. And now, if you are a Kevin Young fan, I ask that you please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to cover BYU hoops, football, maybe even some baseball. We'll get into all the realignment stuff going on this summer. We'll do all of that here. So make sure you catch all that, subscribe, appreciate it. And as always, go Cougs.